welcome to another Skoolie conversion project video. Today, appropriately, we're tackling insulation. I say appropriately because we've had some beautiful spring-like days, 50 degrees and sunny, it's been gorgeous. And later on today, it's supposed to snow again, and parts of the state is supposed to get, I don't know, up to 18 inches. How depressing. Plan is put rigid foam in all the walls. I like the moisture, resistance of the foam board, and we're going to put spray foam in the ceiling. And I love to do spray foam in the whole bus, but it's just a little pricey, I think, for us. And then again, ultimate goals is to not really be anywhere when it's super cold. Anyway, as get older and older, then again, the thought of 18 inches of snow falling day is just really depressing. So I'd much prefer to paddle than ski. And so anyway, long story short, I don't see myself going anywhere near the cold. So I don't know if it's critical to get full insulation everywhere, although I do kind of want it, I want it sound. So we're going to put foam in the ceiling just because I just think the install is going to be so much easier and so much faster. And the performance is pretty good. So that's the plan. We got a contract set up with some guy, with a professional company, and they're going to do that in a couple weeks. But in the meantime, we're going to put the rigid foam on the wall. So I'll show you the process. All right, so we have to sort of stick foam down under the chair rail and also kind of up under the windowsill. So I'm going to do this in two stages. I'm going to cut a piece and sort of wedge it down in, and then cut another piece, wedge it back up, and ultimately we'll cover the seam with a piece of aluminum tape. I'm thinking I may go out with some foil foam out to this edge, and then maybe do some 1-inch stuff and fill in all these as well to get it almost flush out here. I can't do a ton because I still want to be able to run plumbing through there. So that's the plan. Cut the table saw a whole lot faster than the knife. Don't have a lot of room in the shop to cut it the other way, so. And now we're wrestling into place. Oh, the stud's a little tight. Perfect. Before I can insulate this panel, I got a tiny gap right up underneath there. I think you can see it. Whoa, there it is. See the? I just could not get that panel up far enough there, so I think my best solution is to Can't get in the right frame here. I think my best solution is to fiberglass it. So that's what I'm gonna do. I am not a fiberglass expert by any means. I've done it a couple times, as you can see by the mess here. So let's try it. Okay, so we're on phase 2 of the insulation. We got all the first got all the rigid foam on the inside layer, but the second layer has to be a little bit different. First layer is able to tuck in inside there, but the second layer, you know, we've got this chair rail in the way, and so we're going to put the second layer down underneath, and then I'll jam this other layer, I'm hoping, in there. For the second layer, I'm using this Polyiso foil face just because any condensation will help with the vapor barrier. So that's why I chose this stuff to use on the inside face. Okay, we're ready for phase 2 of the insulation. That's the spray foam first.
I know, but I wanted to see how it fit, you smart Alec. If it's on top of the rail or inside of the rail? Okay, like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
although I think later on I cut them.
To go all the way down
yeah,
here?
I'll go all the way down. No, why not? So we cut these first pieces in 2 pieces. So now our plan is to spray foam up around the edges, woo, and in the middle, and then that will act sort of as a glue, as sort of second layer. So I'm going to be the sprayer, and Julie's going to be the pusher, and we hope that works.
Only the technical terms.
The technical terms.
The sprayer
Right,
and
we'll
then
see how it goes. Yeah.
pusher.
All right. So. Oh boy.
Lifting this a little bit.
That's okay.
Okay.
That one. Okay, working on finish up the final phase of insulation. Again, I always hate to say final because I'm sure there's going to be some little things I need to do a little spray foam with the little cans, but the last major operation is going to work on spray foaming the ceiling. I found a company to actually do it for $600, which is the same cost it would have cost me to buy a kit, and I didn't have to worry about screwing it up. So I'm gonna take it into them and have them spray foam it. So I'm doing all the prep though. So one thing that we did, all the wiring I've sort of put in little plastic bags and taped up. to do that. I also put some tape on the furring strips so I can easily rip those off. I've got a sheet of poly down that side of the bus that I've stapled onto that top plate, and I'm about to do this side of the bus over here, and then we'll take it in. Okay, we're done. All the spray foam is done. I stripped off all the tape. I'm gonna have to hit a couple high spots of the foam and knock it down before I put it on the ceiling, but real happy with the way it came out. Solid as a rock already. I know people sometimes seem to be concerned with the off-gassing, and when it was still wet, you know, kind of had a strong odor, but seriously, within 10 or 15 minutes I was in the bus and really didn't bother. Opened up all the windows and I can't smell any of the fumes now. They finished spraying at about 2 o'clock and it's 4 o'clock now. It's pretty good, so pretty happy so far. So in retrospect, maybe could have done the whole bus in spray foam. You know, the original thought was it was going to be way too expensive and it wasn't going to be that critical because I don't see us camping a whole lot in super cold weather. But you know, I think I probably saved, you know, $400 doing the rigid foam in the walls. So I definitely didn't really want to do it in the ceiling. I think just trying to cut the curves and jam it all in there, and it probably would have taken, you know, almost an entire day to get in there. And you know, it took 4 hours for me to drive an hour, you know, have it done, wait a little bit, and then drive all the way back. So I'm much happier, I think, just doing the ceiling anyway. You know, plus maybe the heat rise thing, maybe that'll make a difference. I don't know, especially keeping the same windows. But so that's it. I would highly recommend if you want to go the spray foam route. I don't know if it's as cost prohibitive as people think it is, especially if you volunteer to, like we did all the masking. I drove the bus to them and came back, and you know, $600 to do the ceiling of this bus, which is exactly what it cost for a kit, and I didn't have to worry about screwing it up. So that's I like that peace of mind. So thanks for watching. That's our insulation phase of the bus. You know, like, subscribe, do all those things you do. Thanks for watching. I appreciate. If you have any questions, hit us up in the comments and we'll get to them hopefully that day. Thanks a lot. See you later.